Hello, everyone. Welcome to a short demo on how to use the Harm Reduction and Opioid Harm Snapshot. The goal of this snapshot is to provide information on harm reduction and opioid harm's morbidity and mortality from throughout the pandemic and a little bit before. We start on an introductory page that just has some critical information and will lead you through the rest of the dashboard. Throughout this dashboard, 6 indicators are used: emergency department visits, deaths, individuals on opioid agonist therapy, or OAT, naloxone doses provided, needles provided, and foils provided. The counts here are shown for all of Ontario. You can see up here that that has been what's selected. You can also choose any specific public health unit. We also on this main page show the trends over time, as this was the primary focus of the snapshot. So you can see there's one for each of the 6 indicators. There is also some definitions that describe terms used throughout this dashboard. However, the majority of the information is on the main snapshot page. If we go here now, you can see firstly that it defaults to showing Algoma, the first alphabetical public health unit, but you can choose any health unit, or you can again choose to see Ontario. As with the page before, we begin with the actual individual number for each indicator. These are shown as counts. However, we can also look at them in terms of rates. Rates are used throughout the rest of the dashboard because they're more useful when comparing trends over time, as well as trends between public health units. There's a definition for rates on the intro page. Again, we can see the same graph that we saw from the first page of the dashboard, showing trend rates over time for each of the 6 indicators. We also have in the center box here the 6 indicators and how they compare to Ontario, as defined by plus or minus 10%, as well as their quintile according to the 34 public health units. There is a definition for quintile available on the first page as well, but briefly it shows the top, the lowest, and the highest values in each public health unit is into one of 5 categories. Below that, we have a graph showing the type of opioid present at death for 2021. And on the side here, we show trends by age and sex. This data is only shown for ED visits and deaths, as those were the only 2 indicators where this data was stable and reportable. In addition to this main page, we have maps pages, which allow you to look more closely at regions and trends across regions. We have maps for both the rates and the quintiles, though I'll just be showing the rates in this. You can look at the whole province, or you can zoom to specific regions. As I know, it can be hard to see detailed public health unit and regions in Southern Ontario. So we can, for example, just look at that. So we can just look at Southern Ontario by clicking the 4 southern regions. And now you can see the trends for 2021, which is the default year shown as shown here. You can also play across years to show trends over time by pressing this play button. One thing to note is that FOIL's data is only available from 2019 onwards, which is also why the map does that. And as you see, we are moving through the years. You'll often notice the colors get darker. And it will end again on 2021 and stop there. And so then we have trends pages for each of the 6 indicators. You can see them in tabs across the front. It defaults showing ED visits. So here we're showing a graph for each of the 34 public health units, as well as Ontario in yellow, showing the rates over time. In addition, there are 2 arrows in the top of each graph. The purple one shows ongoing trends from 2018 to 2021. To increase, you need to have increased in each of those years. To decrease, you need to have decreased from each of those years from 2018 to 2019 to 2020 to 21, etc. The yellow arrows represent recent changes from 2020 to 2021, based again on the plus or minus 10% rules. So we can see that there are pages for each indicator. And then finally, there is a notes page, which describes the purpose and the group that built this dashboard. All of the data sources, this is really important as it provides more technical information, but also that all of these data sources are from additional online tools, which are linked here, which provide more indicators as well. There is a brief description of how to use this dashboard as has been described in this video.